Hi everyone, it's Kim Chamberlain. I'm here to talk about a couple of new technologies that I would really love to implement into my classroom, some things that I'm really excited about that I just came across the other day. So here we go. What I wanted to go over with you was the virtual reality field trips, and how I came across this was actually this News ELA article that I came across the other day when I was looking for some articles for my kids to read in class. And I came across this and was immediately interested and totally intrigued as to what and how I could implement this in my classroom. So these are second graders that went on a trip to the Grand Canyon. I read through the whole article. They talked about how engaging it was and how wonderful it felt and all of the things that they could see and feel while they were on this trip. So they actually went to the Grand Canyon. The pictures are vivid, they're very clear, and they use these virtual reality goggles. So I immediately wanted to know how I could do this in my room. So I started to Google, and I came across the first thing, which was Google Expeditions, which is really exciting. So in Google Expeditions, you can actually download these apps right onto your electronic devices, iPads, iPhones, Android phones, whatever old cell phones that you can get your hands on. A 4 to 6 inch screen is actually the best from what I could read and find. But what they do is they allow you to take your kids virtually anywhere that you can think to go that's available on this app. So I downloaded it yesterday, and I've actually taken 2 trips. I took one to the Taj Mahal, which was really cool, and then I took another one to the Borneo rainforest, because right now my class is studying rainforests, and I just thought this was just the most exciting thing to get them engaged in the rainforest in a way that they have never been engaged in it before. I really think that this will excite them. It'll get their energies flowing. They'll be really ready to participate, and they'll have a lot more questions and a lot of interest in the topic than by just reading some of the text that we're coming across. So it really does do a nice job of bringing everything to life for them. So I'm going to scroll down here and give you a little bit of information about what you need. So here, right over to the side here, are the cardboard goggles that you would need. They cost between $4 and $15 depending on where you're getting them from. They do sell them on Amazon. The phone fits right inside them, but they can actually go on these field trips without the goggles. It's just not as like you're right there. It's more like a video at that point. I'm going to scroll down a little more here so that you can see the teacher side of this. So this is an iPad right here, and the guide or the lead teacher gets all of these facts and information. So here on the right, you see all of the facts that you would want to touch on and talk about while you're on this field trip. You can point things out to the students. That's what these circles are for. There's also arrows that point the students to tell them which way to turn their heads. And then in a second, you'll see all these little smiley faces. And when the smiley faces show up on the screen, that's where your kids are. Here are the smiley faces, and that just shows you where the kids in the room are and what they're looking at. So you can redirect them to what you really want them to look at, or you can see what they're looking at now. It's really exciting. So they're not the only ones that do virtual reality. Discovery Now also has virtual reality, and one of the things that I saw on this website as I was looking for virtual reality field trips was the Textbook, which is a digital resource and a digital textbook that you can purchase and use in your classroom. And what I really wanted to look into more and figure out more about this is that they have the NGSS science standards, which are the new science standards, and there's not a lot of resources available for those standards yet. They're just starting to become more and more, so I was really intrigued and excited about that. And so I wanted to learn more, so I'll click in here and show you what I got to look at. So as this comes up, it shows a little bit about like what you can get in the textbook and how you can use the digital resource. And it's really cool, so I'm looking forward to getting in there and looking at that and trying to figure it out. Let's see. Here it is. So they actually have a 60-day free trial. I may or may not do that. It really depends on how much the textbook is. But as you can see, there's lots of information here. There's different ways that you can access it, and you can watch videos on it. So this is just another resource that I'm looking forward to finding out more about. Thanks for watching.